Hi, I'm Anna, and welcome to the D5 Audible cheat sheets. Sherry only makes sense when you start with what it doesn't have. It doesn't have aromatic grapes, it doesn't have naturally high alcohol, and it doesn't rely on fruit intensity for quality. Sherry is built on neutrality, and that is not a weakness, it's the foundation of its style. The dominant grape for sherry is Palomino. From a D5 perspective, what matters is not its flavor profile, but its structural characteristics. Palomino produces wines that are low in aroma, moderate in alcohol, and relatively low in acidity. On their own, these base wines would be simple, delicate, and unstable. That fragility is key. In the warm climate of southern Spain, grapes ripen easily, but freshness is harder to retain. The resulting base wines are dry, light bodied, and neutral. They are not designed to express varietal character, they are designed to be shaped. This is where fortification enters, not to add sweetness, but to enable aging. After fermentation to dryness, sherry base wines are fortified, but the level of fortification determines the wine's entire future. When wines are fortified to around 15% alcohol, they remain suitable for biological aging. At this alcohol level, a layer of floor yeast can form on the surface of the wine. This yeast consumes oxygen and some nutrients, protecting the wine from oxidation. The result is a style defined by freshness, savory notes, and low oxidative character despite extended aging. If wines are fortified to a higher level, typically around 17%, flaw cannot survive. Without biological protection, the wine is exposed to oxygen and oxidative aging begins. Over time, color deepens, texture broadens, and aromas shift towards nuts, dried fruit, and spice. These are not stylistic preferences chosen late in the process. They are decisions made early in response to the nature of the base wine. Because Palomino wines are neutral and low in acidity, they would not tolerate long aging without either biological protection or oxidative strength. Fortification makes both pathways possible. Aging in sherry is also inseparable from its blending system. Rather than aging as individual vintages, sherry is matured through a fractional blending system. Younger wines are gradually introduced into older wines, creating consistency of style over time. This system is not about hiding variation, it is about controlling it. From a D5 perspective, the business logic here is as important as the technical one. Fractional blending allows producers to offer reliable, recognizable styles year after year. It reduces vintage risk. It supports long aging without tying quality to a single harvest. And it aligns with sherry's market identity as a wine defined by style rather than year. Sweetness in sherry, where present, is not the result of incomplete fermentation of palomino. Instead, sweetness is introduced deliberately using separate sweet wines made from grapes capable of extreme sugar concentration. These are blended into dry sherry styles to create a controlled range of sweetened wines. Again, the logic is deliberate, not incidental. Palomino provides structure and neutrality. Sweet wines provide sugar and flavor. Blending provides precision and consistency. Sherry, then, is not a wine that expresses place through fruit. It expresses place through process, enabled by grape neutrality, shaped by climate, and sustained by fortification and aging choices. For the D5 exam, the critical point is this: Sherry styles are not defined by what happens in the glass alone. They are defined by early structural decisions made in response to a fragile base wine. If you can explain how grape characteristics, climate, fortification level, aging environment, and blending logic are all connected, you are answering at distinction level. In the next episode, we'll stay in Jerez but shift focus, looking specifically at how sweetness is created in sherry and why those sweet components behave very differently from the base wines they're blended into.